Hey, Dragon. What's not morning for me? It's only 10:25 here. Good morning. Happy Friday for you, Dragon. Yeah, I was just over in Misunderstood's chat and they were celebrating for a moment sobrieties, and I shared over there that I was 4.5 I am 4.5 years sober, but I just recently stopped using THC. I stopped for a while, and then I would go back to it because I felt like I needed to. But now that back in school, I just wanted to talk about this is the first time. Hey Donald, this is the first time in a very long time that I'm like, I'm not going to even use THC. I'm just going to be completely clean and sober. And so far, the way that feels, I'm having a hard time sleeping, but I know I'm going to get through it. It's been 1 week. I usually would use the excuse that I needed THC because I was either on my menses or I had some type of, um, I don't know, some anxiety or whatever. But I'm really excited to see how this is going to go. Plus, I'm a runner and I like to run. And once my breathing seems compromised, I do not want to continue to smoke because it's just going to it's going to mess up my health and my breathing. I'm a little tired, but I just wanted to say and document that it's been 1 week. I'm no longer using THC, and I'm just gonna have to get through it. And I noticed that I'm comprehending information better than I did 20 years ago, because even when I was in my 20s and I went through this medical assisting program, I was still engaging here and there in THC, but it doesn't go hand in hand. But you know, yeah, let's just see how this is going to work. I'm going to do some type of recovery. If you're catching this on the replay, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I don't mind if nobody is here. I'm just feeling like talking about recovery today because that's just how I feel. So I'm going to share a worksheet, and it's called Crossroads. And it's a step 10, and I got this from Celebrate Recovery. Step 10 reads such as follows: we continue to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. So if you think you're standing firm, be careful that you don't fall. Principle 7 is reserved a daily routine time for self examination. And I try to do that every day. I try to do an inventory in the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. Let me go grab it. And the section of how it works, they encourage you to do this practice of inventory that I'm going to share with you. Maybe it will help you out at the end of the day or beginning. So I'm going to be reading out of Alcoholics Anonymous, how it works. I'm just going to read how it works. So this, I used to hate how it works. I really did. Salute, salute. I used to hate it. But I like this part. Okay. I'm just going to read how it works, not the whole thing, but rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to this simple program, usually men and women who are constitutionally incapable of being honest with themselves. And that's what recovery is really about, being honest. And you're going to go you're going to come across people that are going to challenge your sobriety. They're going to be like, oh, you're drunk or you're using or whatever. But as long as you know your goal and your path and what you're doing, and you're being honest with yourself, then don't worry about what other people say about you. Our stories disclose in a general way what we used to be like, what happened, and what we are like now. What it used to be like. It used to be that I could drink safely when I was in my 20s. And then when I got in my 30s, I turned into an alcoholic. Some people don't understand what alcoholism is. And there's 3 words that can describe it. And it says here in the big book that it's cunning, baffling, and it's powerful. And a lot of old timers or people that have a lot more time than me in the program, they would say, alcohol is the only disease that will lie to you. It will tell you after a while that you're well and that you can drink safely, and you can't. Where is morning? Oh, it's morning from where you're at. Oh, it's probably really late. Majority of people that even look at my channel, they're probably 3-hour time difference. So you're going to be catching this on the replay. I appreciate your thumbs up for this video. But yeah, I'm just reading from the big book. Alcoholism, it's cunning, baffling, and powerful. And I definitely do work the steps. I don't have a sponsor anymore, but I'm always working step number 1. I admitted I'm powerless over alcohol. And that is a shameful thing, to admit that you're powerless over something. But like Father Martin once said, God rest his soul, how can you get well if you don't know you're sick? How can you get well if you don't know you're sick? How can you see the forest if the trees are in the way? So when you're drinking and you have a problem, it's obviously a drinking problem. And then if you get to the point to where you can't stop, then you've developed alcoholism and you're an alcoholic. But only you can really determine if you're an alcoholic. A lot of people don't like to admit it because it comes with a lot of shame. Whatever it is you're going through. Oh, I'm going through good things right now. God is restoring a lot of things back in my life. I probably just sound tired. I'm tired. I'm still in my scrubs right now, but I'm not in clinical, so I don't feel gross still being in my scrubs. I'm going to actually still study a little bit. I'm tired, but I need to study. And I just wanted to get on here and document that I'm doing good. I'm not doing what the content that I was doing before, but I'm just documenting what I'm doing and the progress that I'm making, and I'm doing it without any drugs. I am drinking CBD, which is not a drug. I mean, I guess maybe, no, would you consider, I guess it is because it's milligrams, but it's going to help me sleep. So I do have CBD. It's not THC, and it's a center, sugar-free. It's 30 milligrams sparkling, and I'm just sipping on it. And that's what I'm doing. I have to do a test tomorrow. It's going to be medical terminology. Oh, thank you. I'm tired. I am tired. Maybe I should, you know what? I'm just going to study tomorrow because I don't have to go to school tomorrow. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this bun off my head. Well, actually, I'll probably just leave it because it's too much to deal with. Thank you for the thumbs up. Let me go ahead and pause this really quick. Oh, yeah, I was over there and I just wanted to talk about sobriety. I'm not trying to, what is it called? clout chase off of Misunderstood. I just, since she is a sobriety sector, I just wanted to go over there and check it out again to see if, and I'm not saying that, it's not sobriety, but it was turning into something different. So I just was like, I have my own platform. I'm just going to come over here and talk about sobriety, and that's all good. But I appreciate everybody congratulating me on my 4.5 years. I'm going to be 5 years sober, January 1st of 2023. I'll be graduating from my program May 2023. I don't know exactly what day it is, but I'm excited. Oh, thank you. You love it over here? Good. I'm glad. I'm just being me, and I'm about to try to monetize this video right now. So, I am so happy that I don't have to take a drink to go to bed or smoke THC. This is going to be a challenge, not smoking THC. I'm going to keep it real because I don't look at THC as a problem, but I'm going to school and I cannot be smoking and, I can't poke people with needles and smoke. I can't do that. So yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna have to I'll turn my camera back on in a minute. I'm about to monetize my video. I need to open up some screens here. So what have I learned in this past 4.5 years? Well, I react a lot differently than I did before. I don't react that much. I mean, I guess I do react. I do reactions, but even with YouTube, I don't even do a lot of reactions. Hold on one second. I'm gonna do the Spiritual Sunday with Keith. I'll probably stream a couple of his old videos, but it's okay. So what have I learned in the past 4.5 years? I accept a lot of what's going on in my life. When I was drinking, I did not accept a lot of things that was going on in my life. And I can feel. I am not trying to drown my feelings out or numb my feelings out, because I also use other things too. But alcohol was the bottom line. I always had to drink. It was like I was always that the person up just drinking. I would outdrink everyone or pass out and black out. And once I started blacking out and people had to tell me about myself, that wasn't fun. And then it just kind of became, Keisha's always have some. My name's Keisha, by the way. It's okay. KP's but you can call me Keisha. Yeah. And it just, people had to tell me about myself. It's not a good look. Wondering if you smell like alcohol when you're picking up the kids from school. Or this is what I don't miss. I don't miss shaking in the morning. I don't miss needing a drink before I start my day. I don't miss any of that. I'm grateful that that my body doesn't need that. But then I also have to work on my relationships. And I was just sharing earlier in another uploaded video how I'm accepting the fact that my relationship and my social relationship with my ex is going to be, it's completely different now. If there's something like I didn't share, I shared with YouTube that I'm going to school before I shared with him, because why don't I do that? Because I know that he's not going to give me the reaction that makes me feel good. He doesn't care. And that's okay. I accept that. He doesn't really care what's going on productively in my life. It's all about the kids, and that's all right. I've accepted that. I have to accept it. Exception. Oh, that brings me to page 417, acceptance. I've meditated on acceptance. Page 417 of the big book, fourth edition, reads such as follows. And acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. And acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. When I am disturbed, it is because I find some person, place, thing, or situation, some fact of my life unacceptable to me. And I can find no serenity until I accept that person, place, thing, or situation as being exactly the way it is supposed to be at this moment. Nothing, absolutely nothing happens in God's world by mistake. Until I could accept my alcoholism, I could not stay sober. Unless I could accept life completely on life's terms, I could not be happy. I need to concentrate not so much on what needs to be changed in the world as on what needs to be changed in me and in my attitudes. Shakespeare said, "All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players." He forgot to mention that I was the chief critic. I was always able to see the flaw in every person, every situation. And I was always glad to point it out because I knew you wanted perfection just as I did. AA and acceptance have taught me that there's a bit of good in the worst of us and a bit of bad in the best of us, and that we are all God's children, and that we have a right to be here. When I complain about me or about you, I am complaining about God's handiwork. I am saying that I know better than God. For years, I was sure the worst thing that could happen, and it's going to read a nice guy like me, but I'll just say a nice girl like me was to become an alcoholic. Today, I find that it's the best thing that has ever happened to me. This proves I don't know what's good for me, and I don't know what's and if I don't know what's good for me, then I don't know what's good or bad for you or for anyone. So if so I'm better off if I don't give advice, I don't figure out I know what's best, and I just accept life on life's terms as it is today, especially my own life as it actually is. Before AA, I judged myself by my intentions, while the world was judging me by my actions. Acceptance has been the answer to my marital problems. And I agree. Like, even though I'm not going to be married, and it is an answer because I accept at what's going on in my life right now. Um, and I'm just going to stop reading right there. So, yeah, I'll pull out some little tools that help me come along the way. I also like Celebrate Recovery, Serenity Prayer. I am a Christian. Serenity Prayer reads such as follows, and this is the Celebrate Recovery version of the Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, accepting hardships as a pathway to peace, taking Jesus, taking as Jesus did the sinful world as it is, not as I would have it. Trusting that you will make all things right if I surrender to your will. so that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with you forever in the next. And the reason why I'm getting emotional is because my friend Allie, she would have been 41 August 6th. She took her life in 2020, and she brought me to Celebrate Recovery. And we were really good friends. And I remember when we go to Celebrate Recovery, we would say this serenity prayer, but I didn't know that after the serenity prayer for Celebrate Recovery, because usually you just say, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change and the courage to change the things I can. I'm going to get through this, and the wisdom to know the difference. Then she would go on to say, living, and she memorized it. And I watch her say this: living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardships as a pathway to peace. And I tried to remind her. I was like, you know what? Trouble doesn't last forever, it doesn't. Accepting hardships as a pathway to peace. It's like, think about a hardship that you've gone through, and you might have overcome that hardship. I guess I'm feeling a little guilty because I didn't really acknowledge her heavenly birthday this year. And I just I didn't think about it, but I thank God that we were friends, and I miss her a lot. You lose a lot of people in recovery. Oh, 85B Day here. Hey, happy birthday, Poetic. Happy birthday. Yay. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Well, thank you for allowing me to tell you happy birthday. That makes me happy. I'm glad that you're here. But yes, happy birthday to all the Leos. Yeah, I didn't acknowledge her birthday. And I miss her a lot. She was the kind of friend, this is the best time, I'm going to talk about her. She was a good friend. She was a great friend. We used to laugh. You know how you have that friend? We were so close that even though she's not here, I could laugh, and I could still hear her laughing with me, And so I thank God for that friendship. I'm gonna find something too. So yeah, I'm going to talk about her. Yeah, she was very, very artistic. She was a good mother. She was a great mother. And she was a good friend. And she liked to help people. And I hope that she has peace. I really do. There's going to be a suicide prevention class in the county where I live, and I'm going to take it. And I'm really looking forward to taking that class. I just would like some tools under my belt to know what to say. I guess, it's a part of grief. I actually learned that in class today, the stages of grief. And I guess maybe a part of it me wanting to take this class is because I'm bargaining, feeling like I could have helped her. And it's really, I was talking to some of my close friends that were also close with her, and we're thinking about getting some type of group counseling or therapy because it's just different. You know, my grandmother also, she passed away that year, a month before my friend. And the difference when someone takes their life, it's just, it's hard. Okay, I'm gonna talk. I know this is like getting sad, but I didn't expect to realize that I did not acknowledge your birthday. But happy birthday, Poetic. I'm glad that you're here. Her and I had some good times, and I know it's probably late. All of my audience, it's probably morning and you guys are asleep, but thank you for catching the replay. I'm clean and sober. A 1 week from THC, 4.5 years from alcohol, and I'm rambling right now, so I'm just going to get off. It's 10:51, and I don't think I'm going to study tonight. I want to study tomorrow. I'm going to jump in the shower, finish my CBD, and go to, not THC, but CBD. So if you're having a hard time sleeping and maybe the CBD is kicking in, that's why I want to get off of here. So I'm going to show you guys this center. And it reads this, like it says, center is sugar-free and refreshing 10-calorie sparkling CBD drink that gives you the moments to find clarity in everyday life. So I'm tired, y'all. I'm wondering what this bun is looking like. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to smash like two things in one video. So I took my braids down, you guys. Oh, I am so blind. I almost can't even see. Oh, thank you. Don't forget to give me wait, hold on. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up because I'm losing subscribers. You guys subscribe. Let's see how this hair is looking. Oh my God. This is like the best part of the day. The best part. Oh my Lord. This is like the best part. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm free. I'm free. And I'm blind. Jeez. I am blind. Okay, so I'm going to go to bed. And then also, I'm reading the Custody Handbook. I actually have some good things in here. Comprehensive survey of all current child custody arrangements. A handbook that shows how to design a custody arrangement that will be best for you and your children. A guide to sharing the money and the responsibilities, the time, the fun of raising your children, and how to make it legal. I'm such a dork. All right. Thank you for giving me a thumbs up. I will see you guys in the next video. Hi.